Hi, if you use the Skillful 3 reading and writing book, welcome to the second part of this lesson that corresponds to the grammar section of Unit 1, page number 22. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to review what the reflexive pronouns are. Here we have myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, themselves, and yourselves. We can also use the reflexive pronouns to add emphasis. We're going to see some examples in order to understand much better this concept. Let's read the instructions. Here says rewrite sentences with the reflexive pronoun to add emphasis. So in number one says, you and Tony are in charge of the organization, so please be careful. Okay, in this case, we have to identify the subjects. The subjects is you and Tony, both. Here we have plural. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see what reflexive pronoun we're going to use in order to add emphasis to the statement. Here says, you and Tony yourselves are in charge of the organization, so please be careful. In this case, I am using yourselves because I have two subjects, as we said before, you and Tony. That's why I have to choose this reflexive pronoun. Let's continue with example number two. The sentence says, I consider punctuality quite important. In this case, the subject is I. Now I need to choose the appropriate reflexive pronoun in order to add emphasis to this sentence. Let's see. In this case, the answer is I myself consider punctuality quite important. In this case, because I have the subject I have to use the reflexive pronoun myself. All right, we're going to continue with number three. This time we're going to do it together. That means that I'm going to give you some time in order to think about the possible correct answer. First of all, let's read the sentence. Here says Melanie couldn't understand what truly happened with the experiment. Okay, what reflexive pronoun do you think we need in order to add emphasis to this sentence? In this case, we have to take into account that the subject is Melanie. So I'm going to give you 20 seconds to analyze, think, and decide what the reflexive pronoun could be in order to rewrite this sentence. All right, time is up. Let's see the answer. In this case, the answer is Melanie herself couldn't understand what truly happened with the experiment. In this case, I am using the reflexive pronoun herself because my subject is Melanie. We are talking about her. So this would be the appropriate reflexive pronoun. Now we're going to continue with number four. Let's read the sentence. Here says, nobody was more shocked by the incidents than the policeman. You have 20 seconds. Analyze this statement very carefully. We have to take into account that in this case, the subject is, or we are talking about the policeman. Okay, time is up. Let's see what the correct answer is, or what the reflexive pronoun we have to use in order to add emphasis to this sentence. Let's see. Here says, nobody was more shocked by the incidents than the policemen themselves. In this case, I have to use this reflexive pronoun because here I am talking about the policeman. The policeman in this case is in the plural form. That's why I have to use themselves. Let's continue with number 5. Number 5 says, you are the one who has to pay the bill. All right. Now we have to choose a reflexive pronoun in order to add emphasis to this statement. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Think about it and choose the appropriate reflexive pronoun. All right, time is up. Let's see what the answer is. The case of number 5 says, you yourself are the one who has to pay the bill. In this case, we are using the reflexive pronoun yourself because my subject is you. It refers to you. That's the reason. We continue with number 6. Number 6 says, Mrs. Coulthard didn't understand what was going on. In this case, we have to choose the appropriate reflexive pronoun in order to add emphasis to the sentence. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Analyze the sentence very carefully, and in a moment, we check the answer. Okay, let's see. Number 6 says, Mrs. Coulthard herself didn't understand what was going on. In this case, I have to use the reflexive pronoun herself because here I have female, Mrs. Coulthard. This will be the equivalent of she. That's why I have to use the reflexive pronoun herself in order to add emphasis. Well, after doing these examples and exercises, now you are ready to work on unit number 1, page number 22, exercise 2. Thanks for watching.